I just finished episodes 1 and 2 of Alien Earth. Here's my spoiler take on some of the things that I saw. If you haven't seen it yet, scroll on, come back later, give it a watch. Episode 1, 8 out of 10. Really, really great start. Episode 2 fell significantly. I think at best it's 7 out of 10. Collectively, for what I saw tonight, 7.5 out of 10 seems pretty okay. C plus range. I'm hopeful that the show will grow into itself and that the story that it wants to tell is worth watching. Some issues that I picked up on in the first episode that made it lower than a 9, which is what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a really strong start, were perpetuated into episode 2, which made episode 2 worse for me. One of those issues is some of the plot points are just pulling me out of the story. So far, they're really little. They're by no means anything that would make me stop watching. Why does Search and Rescue have guns? Why do they go into essentially a 9/11 situation holding rifles up? And why is Search and Rescue jumping over caverns to potentially go and find and rescue people when you won't be able to get back? So those little things kind of bother me a little bit. And I'm just like, why are you doing this? But ultimately, I'm not here for that. I'm here for alien stuff. And it does deliver very quickly. This show is delivering very quickly on my desire to see the Xenomorph. I was worried that this would just be a ripoff of Philip Johnson's run from a couple years ago, where a team of synthetics goes into a Xenomorph kind of ridden area and does their kind of special ops stuff. If this story, we're not there. If this story on Alien Earth develops into this and we actually get to see these children in hybrid bodies become the special ops team, I think that would be really cool. So this is a kind of a preamble to what Johnson did in that run, if you're familiar with it. If you're not, go check it out. It's really good. But if it's kind of that feel, I think I'm in, and I'm glad that we're not starting out on just a carbon copy of a comic run we've already had. At worst, I think the hybrids will be annoying and irritating through the entire show. But truly, this is my hope and my prediction. My hope is that this concept, the theme that we've been able to track through just the first very early episodes, the first 2 episodes of wisdom and evolution, party 1, and youth and aspiration, energy, that these 2 parties will come into conflict in a really meaningful way. This is happening already. Weyland-Yutani, age, they've evolved, they've created a space, they've hammered out a space for themselves in the planet, in society. Boy Cavalier, done good work, very intelligent, youthful, full of aspiration, no ego. He's not evolved, he's not the wisest potentially, but full of energy, youthful, and what he's bringing to the table will directly conflict with his elders, so to speak. And I think the comparison between the 2 corporations being the aged, the wise, the evolved, and the young, the energized, goes down to the xenomorphs and the hybrids. This really seems like the only logical or reasonable way that the hybrids should maintain their innocence for the sake of the story. Because if the young and aspiring hybrids who have these new abilities, the space has been created for them already and they're filling it, go up against the evolved, perfect organism, I'm into it. I would really, really like that, and I hope we go that direction. Overall, I'm happy, and I hope that we continue to get stronger. I hope that the show builds into itself and tells a really compelling story. Let me know what you think so far. If you've seen episodes 1 through 2, what have you liked? What have you disliked? And what is your opinion about of these things I've mentioned? Boy Cavalier and the hybrids and their youth in their brains. Let me know what you think. I think these are really interesting